Good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting that we gather throughout the show, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am Aoxander, and you are you. Today is Thursday, also known as Thursday, July 28th, 2022. Confused about my fingers. I don't know what to do. So, what happened on this date, you may ask? Well, we will start off on the year 1148. During the Second Crusade, Crusaders abandoned their siege of Damascus. Yep. So yeah, they started like a little bit ago. I remember it was going on for a little while. In 1742, Maria Theresa of Austria and Prussian King Frederick the Great signed a peace treaty in Berlin. Austria and Prussia. Oh, look at that. Then in 1790, Henry James Pye was appointed as British Poet Laureate by King George III. Alright, well good for you. Nice. 1794, French revolutionary figure Maximilien Robespierre and 22 other leaders of the Terror were guillotined to thunderous cheers in Paris. Yep, I told you. The guy who guillotined so many people above him ended up getting his own, or losing his own head, you know. That's how to not be a head of state. 1864, during the Battle of Atlanta in Georgia, at the Ezra Church specifically, the second sortie of US 700 CS 4642, whatever that is. Sortie, so it's some kind of combat operation. But there's US and then there's CS. So that's United States and Confederate States, I guess, I don't know. 1868, U.S. Secretary of State William H. Seward announced the 14th Amendment ratified by states, granted citizenship to ex-slaves. Nice. The ratification of the 14th Amendment. In 1886, British government was led by Lord Salisbury, or the British government led by Lord Salisbury was formed. You know, I gotta look up who invented Salisbury steak, but yeah, this is is this before? No, this is after the Civil War. Yeah, Civil War was 1861 through 65, I believe. So who invented Salisbury steak? Let's see here. James Salisbury. Which is this? Nope. Wait, nope, hold on a second. Robert Gaston Cecil. So he's not even... Pardon me. Wait, is that even, Lord's... Yeah, it is, okay. So, that's what his common known is, okay. Moving on up into 1893, a petition was organized by Kate Shepherd demanding women's suffrage. It was delivered to New Zealand's parliament, signed by over 25,000 women, which was a fifth of the adult European female population. Dang. But New Zealand is not in Europe. But still, that's a lot of women. Well, I guess it was like a European thing. They got European women to sign on it. So that way, at least some of them would get suffrage. I don't know. Moving on up into 1914, the First Lord of the Admiralty, Winston Churchill, ordered British Grand Fleet to scapa flow. Huh. Let's see here, what else happened today? 1915, because of virtual anarchy, U.S. Marines went ashore. What did it do? In Haiti on orders. Come on, stop it. Orders from President Woodrow Wilson. This led to an occupation that will last until 1934. Dang. That's 19 years right there. Pardon me 1 second. Where'd my Discord go? It's right here. Testing 1, 2, 3. Blah blah blah. Yeah, you're still picking me up. So, hold on. Sorry. This is why they have editors and stuff during actual live shows. I'm a one-man operation here. So bear with me with what I can produce. Come on. There we go. Alright, I'm going to unmute myself in Discord now. So, 2 years later, 1917, the silent parade organized by James Weldon Johnson of 10,000 black U.S. citizens who marched on the Fifth Avenue in New York City to protest against lynching. Good. In 1931, mob hitman Mad Dog Call allegedly participated in a kidnapping attempt that resulted in the shooting death of a child, which earned him the nickname Mad Dog. So, actual name was Unisian Okala, and then Mad Dog Call. Alright. 1 year later, 1932, White Zombie, the first feature-length zombie film directed by Victor Halpern and starring Bela Lugosi, was released in the U.S. Huh. Interesting. Also in 1932, U.S. President Herbert Hoover uses federal troops to evict the Bonus Army, which were World War I veterans and their families, from their encampment, causing 4 to die. You know what? Just pay them their dues, man. Like, why? What is with our government and sending people over to die, and those who survive don't get what they fought for? Come on. I mean, they fought in World War I. They deserve things, you know, and instead they get killed? That's bullshit. 1938, Don Bradman scored a 202 Australia versus Somerset, 225 minutes, 32 fours. Okay, more cricket crap. 1943, Italian fascist dictator Benito Mussolini resigned. That's right, he was on the run. Also in 1943, U.S. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt announced end of coffee rationing in the U.S. Good. I'm pretty sure people like my brother, you know, would really appreciate that back in the time. That boy drinks coffee. 1944, Adolf Hitler routed 4 divisions of South France to Normandy. Okay, or the 4th division of South France to Normandy. Huh. Okay, I guess that's, yeah. So that's, yeah, we had already pushed back in by now, and he's trying to push us back out and stuff. 1945, physicist Raymer Schreiber and Lieutenant Colonel Pierre D. Silva arrive on the Pacific island of Tinian with the plutonium core used to assemble the Fat Man bomb used in the bombing of Nagasaki on August 9th. Dang. Also in 1945, the U.S. Senate ratified United Nations Charter 89-2. So what is that? Let's look this up here. United Nations Charter 89-2. As the World War II drew to a close, the Senate ratified this. Its approval signaled a sea change in U.S. involvement in world affairs. Okay, yeah, so our Navy is powerful and we control the world's oceans, essentially, is what I'm getting from that. You know what, is there a wiki to that? Let's see here. Wiki. Let's see here. Here we go. Well, no. Well, yeah. Is it? Charter of the United Nations. No. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna find it. Oh well. So what else happened on this date? 1951, Cole Porter's musical Kiss Me, Kate, an adaptation of Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew, closed at Shubert Theater in New York City after 1,077 performances and 5 Tony Award wins. Wow, that is a run. Dang. You know, I've read, you know, things, you know, going for like several hundred. I've read things for going for like about a dozen, maybe even less performances. But 1,000 performances, that's incredible. 1951, Walt Disney released the animated musical film Alice in Wonderland, featuring Catherine Beaumont, J. Pat O'Malley, Ed Wynn, and Sterling Holloway, and songs by Sammy Fain and Bob Hillard. Alice in Wonderland, yep, I have that on VHS. 3 years later, 1954, On the Waterfront, directed by Elia Kazan, starring Marlon Brando and Eva Marie Saint, was released, later to win the Academy Awards Best Picture in 1955. 1957, Jerry Lee Lewis made his first TV appearance at The Steve Allen Show. Nice. 3 years later, 1960, U.S. Republican National Convention selected Richard Nixon as candidate. God, Richard Nixon. Nah. 1965, Lyndon B. Johnson sent 50,000 more soldiers to Vietnam, making the total number of 125,000 soldiers, which doesn't seem like that much. Well, I guess it is a lot, yeah, but like, I don't know, didn't we have like 500,000 or something when we invaded Iraq back in 2003, Operation Enduring Freedom, something like that? Anyway, 1977, legendary England cricket all-rounder Ian Botham on debut took 5 for 74 in the Australian first innings in a 7-wicket third test win at Trent Bridge. Okay. 1985, Canadian Open Women's Golf at Du Maurier Classic, Beaconsfield Golf Club. Pat Bradley won by 1 from Jane Geddes. 1987, Angel Cordero Jr. became 4th jockey to win 6,000 races. Nice. Really nice. 6,000 races. Wow. Also in 1987, at the U.S. Open Women's Golf at Plainfield Country Club, England's Laura Davies won the first of her 4 major titles in an 18-hole Tuesday playoff over runners-up Ayako Okamoto and Joanne Carter. Moving on up into 1989, Gloria Estefan released her debut solo album, Cut Both Ways. Sorry about always wiping, and I don't know what's going on. 1990, Alberto Fujimori was installed as president of Peru. Okay, installed though, that doesn't sound voted, it sounds like it was put there. So that's, is Peru a dictatorship or something? I don't know, you know, what government is Peru? What government is Peru? Let's see here. Oh, they're a republic. Okay. Well, I guess that's what it means. Anyway, 1991, Dennis Martinez pitched the 13th perfect game in baseball history. Nice. Really nice. That's an unlucky number, but you made it. Also in 1991, during Federation Cup Women's Tennis, Nottingham, England, Spain won the first title with 2-1 victory over U.S. Conchita Martinez. I'm falling apart today. Conchita Martinez and Aranza Sanchez Vicario clinched final 3-6, 6-1, 6-1 against Gigi Fernandez and Zena Garrison Jackson. Alright. Also in 1991, Tour de France, Spanish rider Miguel Indurain defeated Gianni Bugano of Italy by 3 feet 36 inches for the first of 5 consecutive Tour wins. Jamolidine Abdoujaparov points his winner. Okay. Man, we're still stuck in 1991. U.S. Senior Open Men's Golf, Oakland Hills Country Club. Jack Nicklaus matched course record of 65 to beat Chi-Chi Rodriguez by 4 strokes in an 18-hole Monday playoff. Moving on up into 1992, finally. R&B singer Mary J. Blige released her debut album, What's the 411, with production by Puff Daddy. Ooh. 1 year after that, 1993, Mariner, Ken Griffey Jr. was the third to hit home runs in 8 straight games. Dang, that's pretty cool. What do I have on my sock? Anyway, moving on up into 1996, New York Yankee Darryl Strawberry hit his 300th home run. Yeah, as long as he didn't slide and get a raspberry, you know. 1997, New York Rangers center Mark Messier signed with Vancouver for $20 million for 3 years. $20 million for 3 years? That's a good deal. Moving on up finally to the next millennium in 2002, 89th Tour de France, no winner. Because, dude, leave it. Fucking guys, seriously, get off of Lance. Like, this is the 3rd day in a row, 4th day, 5th day. You guys, leave Lance alone, seriously. Poor Lance, man. 2014, Israel criticized John Kerry's proposed ceasefire, stating that no ceasefire deal will be accepted without the destruction of tunnels leading from Gaza to Israel and the demilitarization of the Gaza Strip. Yeah, sounds like the actions of oppressors to me. Also in 2014, Linda Ronstadt received the National Medal of Arts from President Barack Obama in a White House ceremony. Okay? Well, nothing from this piece of shit is of any value anyway. 2017, General John Kelly was appointed new Chief of Staff by U.S. President Donald Trump. Okay? Also in 2017, Pakistan Supreme Court ruled corruption accusations against Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif were enough to remove him from office. Okay. Oh, John McCain. 2017 as well, U.S. Senate voted for skinny repeal of Obamacare, failed 51-49 when John McCain cast a deciding vote against. Man, dude, McCain, why? Like, why did you ruin us? Skinny repeal. Well, I guess he wanted more of a skinny repeal, so whatever. Anyway, 2019, just 3 years ago, British Senior Open Men's Golf at the Royal Lithium in St. Anne's Golf Club. Germany's Bernhard Langer won his 4th Senior Open by 2 strokes from Paul Broadhurst. Mullet. 2019, Meghan Duchess of Sussex was revealed as the first guest editor for the UK Vogue in 103 years for its September 2019 issue. That's pretty cool. 2020, just 2 years ago, former Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak was found guilty of corruption, then sentenced to 12 years and fined nearly $50 million. Good. Let that be a lesson. Before we move on into births and deaths today, were there any articles that sparked your attention more than most? You know, let's see any of the ones that were interesting to me. Obviously that nuke one, you know, like we're building up to bomb Japan, you know, in 1945. Oh yeah, of course, Robespierre getting beheaded. You know, that's pretty interesting and pretty. Is it ironic? Would that be considered ironic? Because I don't think that's the actual definition of. People misuse the term irony all the time. So, and it's so bad I don't even remember what it is anymore. Oh yeah, this petition. You know, that was interesting right there. Anyway, let's move on into births here. Starting us off in 1866, we have Beatrix Potter, was an English children's author and illustrator. The Tale of Peter Rabbit, born in London, dying in 1943. Oh, okay, that's why I remember that name, Beatrix Potter. Yeah, Peter Rabbit, one of my earliest childhood memory books, as far as I know, stories. You know, 1879, we have Lucy Burns, was an American suffragist for the National Women's Party and a women's rights advocate, born in Brooklyn, New York, dying in 1966. Well, you know, go girl. 1887, Marcel Duchnap was a French sculptor and painter, nude descending a staircase, born in Blainville, Chavon, France, dying in 1968. Alright. We have Karl Popper, was born on this date in 1902. He was the Austro-British philosopher, logic, and Forschung, born in Vienna, Austria-Hungary, dying in 1994. Well, that's not that long ago. He was 92 years. That's pretty good. We have Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis in 1929. She was the U.S. First Lady from 1961 through 1963. She was born in Southampton, New York, dying in 1994. Huh. We have Alberto Fujimori, born on this date in 1938, was a president of Peru from 1992 through 2000, born in Lima, Peru. All right. 1943, we have Bill Bradley, is a U.S. Basketball Hall of Fame forward, NBA Championship 1970 and 73, NBA All-Star 1973, and he was part of the Knicks. He was also a politician, serving for the Democratic U.S. Senator position in 1979 through 97, born in Crystal City, Missouri. Yeah, he kind of looks like Kevin from The Office, but with, you know, less bald. He definitely has shins. Jim Davis in 1945. He is a U.S. cartoonist and creator of the comic strips Garfield and U.S. Acres, born in Marion, Indiana. Didn't he die? Jim Davis. See here. Jim Davis. No, he's still alive. Okay. And I guess I was thinking about another comic strip writer. Anyway, we have Hugo Chavez. That's a very memorable name. Born on this date in 1954. Was the president of Venezuela from 1998 through 2013. Born in Sabaneta, Barana State in Venezuela, dying in 2013. Okay, Hugo Chavez. Okay. I remember that name for a reason. I don't remember why, though. 1971, we have Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, leader of Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant, or ISIL, born in Samarra, Iraq, dying in 2019. Thank God. Alex Tispiras, born on the date in 1974. He is a Greek politician. He was the president of Greece in 2015. Born in Athens, Greece. Alright, but only 1 year, or not even a year? Huh, it's a really short term. 1983, we have Juan Guaido, a Venezuelan politician recognized by 54 countries as the president of Venezuela, but disputed by Nicolas Maduro, born in La Guerra Vargas. Huh. Moving on into deaths. Thomas Cromwell died on this date in 1540. He was the English chief minister for King Henry VIII, executed for treason and heresy at the age of 54 or 55. One of those two. We don't know. And we're close. 1741, we lost Antonio Vivaldi, Italian Barocco composer. The Four Seasons died at the age of 63. And 1715, Johann Sebastian Bach, German composer, St. Matthew's Passion, Brandenburg Concertos, Toccata and Fugue, died at 65. Maximilien Robespierre, yes, 1794, French revolutionary, president of the National Convention, member of the Committee of Public Safety, executed via guillotine at 36. Wow. So he was 1 year older than me. Well, at least I made it past Jesus. So, 1934, Marie Dressler, Canadian-U.S. actress, Dinner at 8, Anna Christie, died at 65 of cancer. Dang. Who else died on the States? Archer John Porter Martin in 2002. He was an English chemist and Nobel laureate, died at the age of 92. Oh. Okay, so he was born in 1910, I assume. Yeah. In 2004, we lost Francis Crick. He was an English molecular biologist who co-discovered DNA structure with James Watson. Died of colon cancer at the age of 88. Oh. Well, dang. In 2021, just last year, Johnny Ventura, or Juan de Dios Ventura, a Dominican singer, merengue and salsa band leader, Patagon Pizao, and politician. He was mayor of Santiago from 1998 to 2002. Died of heart failure at the age of 81. Wow. Well, rest in peace, guy. Anyway, that concludes the show. Once again, you can check the underbar of the description for any links that you may find interesting, including but not limited to everything Omni Coalition. Go check us out on our Rumble, on our BitChute, on our Omni Coalition YouTube. This is just my Aozander's YouTube. We have so many more places for you to go. There's so many more shows in the works. I know I've been saying that for a while, but it's hard to get something started. It is, especially when you're relying on others to pull their part while you pull yours. Anyway, for all of you and all of us, I am Aozander. We stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time. And until you catch us tomorrow, do not forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles! Let's go, Brandon.